Hello, and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be learning 5 fun facts about rhinos. So let's get right into it. Fact number 1 is that rhinos can't swim. Now, this may come as a shock to some of you because, look at their size. It seems like they would be able to float in the water. But actually, when a rhino goes in the water, they tend to sink. And this is due to the shape of their head. You see, the shape of their head is more like a big, long triangle. So if you were to go and submerge your head in a pool of water and try to keep your face downwards, your face would fill up with water and your eyes would pop open. And that's kind of what happens to the rhinos. When they go in the water fills up their nostrils and their mouth, and then they panic and thrash around, which makes the situation worse. However, sometimes during hot days, rhinos will roll around in a muddy puddle or a small pool of water to cool down. And in these cases, they usually don't fully submerge their bodies. They just kind of stay near the surface of the water. Also, if there's a fire nearby, rhinos won't run into a body of water to escape the flames. Unlike other animals, if there's a fire and a rhino needs to escape, they will jump into a river or a stream, but only if it's shallow enough. Otherwise, they will run away in the opposite direction from the fire. Moving on to fact number 2, and that is that baby rhinos can run when they are 1 week old. Yeah, that's right. 1 week old. Now, generally speaking, most mammals can't really do much of anything at the age of 1 week. Like take dogs, for example. Newborn puppies are completely helpless. They can't see, they can't hear, they can't walk, and they need to be fed by their mother every few hours. But rhinos are a bit different. As I mentioned in previous videos, rhinos only give birth to 1 calf every 2 to 5 years. And so, since the gestation period is so long, and rhinos only have 1 baby every couple of years, rhinos kind of have to start running before they even take their first steps. This is because once they are born, they have to run away from predators. And also, rhinos don't stick around their mothers for very long. Most female rhinos will leave their family groups between the ages of 2 and 5 years old, and male rhinos will leave when they are between 6 and 7 years old. So from the time they are born until they are old enough to live on their own, rhinos only have a couple of years to learn all of the skills they need to survive. And this is why baby rhinos can run at just 1 week old. Now, moving on to fact number 3, and that is that rhinos can't sweat. Yes, that's right. Rhinos cannot sweat because they don't have any sweat glands. So basically, when rhinos get hot, they have no way of cooling themselves down through sweating. However, rhinos do have large saliva glands, and they will often spray their saliva onto their skin to help cool themselves down. Also, rhinos will roll around in mud to help them cool off. The mud dries and acts as a sunscreen, helping the rhinos to avoid sunburn. However, despite the fact that rhinos can't sweat, they can sense when they are getting hot. And to avoid overheating, they will seek shade under trees, or they will lay down in the shade. Also, rhinos will often spray water with their tusks to cool themselves off, and they will also fan themselves with their ears. Although white rhinos can't sweat, black rhinos can, but only a little bit. Black rhinos have a couple of sweat glands located near their elbows, and these allow them to sweat just enough to stay cool. Moving on to fact number 4, and that is that rhinos snort to communicate. Sometimes rhinos will snort loudly to show that they are annoyed or agitated. You might notice your dog doing this when they feel a certain way, and rhinos are not too different. A rhino might snort if it feels threatened, or they might snort loudly to warn off other rhinos in the area. Sometimes you will hear a rhino snort before it charges. So basically, if you ever hear a rhino snort, you should probably run away. And now for our final fact, which is that rhinos are more active during the day than you would think. Even though most people consider rhinos to be nocturnal animals, this isn't entirely true. In fact, rhinos spend most of their time awake during daylight hours, and they tend to rest during the night. Although it's common to spot rhinos while it's light out, it is possible to spot rhinos during the night as well. However, rhinos tend to sleep during the night, so you might not see them moving around too much. But during the day, you'll often see rhinos grazing, playing, drinking, and socializing. So yeah, next time you go on a safari and you want to see a rhino, try going during the day because chances are you'll see them moving around. And if you go at night, they'll probably just be sleeping. So there you have it, guys. 5 fun facts about rhinos. Do you know any more rhino facts? If so, make sure to share them with us in the comments section below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an upload. And thanks so much for watching. We'll catch you guys next time.